Hi, good day, guys, and welcome to this lovely episode with Greatness Price Academy and Greatness. Alright, so this is DXY as well, so we are at the weekly chart and let's see what this week gives us, what to expect for this new week. So this is last week candle and we can see how bearish it was and we got this massive rejection. As I said earlier in my previous video, I use candlestick patterns to understand what from the weekly and the daily, then I just continue with my structure on the hourly time frames. Alright, so this is the last week candle, and the previous week, I'm sorry I didn't get a video. I was actually anticipating a bearish trend, and because of this rejection right here, and this happened, but I didn't send the video. Sorry about that. Now, this candle right here is a bearish candle that happened based on this bearish prediction, and you can see a massive rejection coming all the way from this fair value gap here. Fair value gap was mitigated and respected completely. So now what are your expectations for this week? Are we bearish or are we bullish? Now you can also confirm that there's also a bearish for POI at this zone here. There's bearish POI at this zone here, and this would attract price to tap into this to continue our bearish structure, or we keep going downward. Now the price has respected this zone here. I will not be surprised to see price coming to take out this high. Okay, because this rejection right here is telling us that the bullish buyers are in the market and they could be able to push price above that. But then again, we can see it didn't close. Price still closed below the previous three candles. Okay, it's telling us that we are very, 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 very bearish. So now let's stick with these two ideas in our head and what we're using it to do. So let's go to the daily time frame and see what the daily time frame she gives to us. So in this time frame, we can see that the bearish structure is still displaying as price broke this. Okay, this is a fair value gap, and the price have been down and running high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and lower low. Yeah, so we are still very bearish on the bullish time, on the daily time frame as well. So now this Friday was the one that did this pullback, and it also wasn't able to close above Thursday high. It just pulled back. Then we could actually expect clear bearish structure. We can actually expect some nice bearish moves now. This is a range set out, took out this high here, and this is the overall high. This mitigated it, so you can drag this out as your point of interest, and Friday high being your internal highs, taking that as an engagement. Also, we can see this imbalance here just with a week, and this is also something to look at because price will need to feel that. So it's very, very possible to see this happening. Okay, downward, or we can see this happening because there is a wide FVG above this zone, and we should not overlook this. This is very, very possible to happen. Price could do this during the week, mitigate this, pull back, take it out. Okay, then give us something like this, then keep going further down, then keep going further down if we want to keep going on the bearish trend. So now let's quickly just make sense of this chart and see what we have for the daily. time frame. So this is the most recent, is FEG. Let's clear this out and just type FEG here, so we don't have too much box around it. Okay, so let's just take out this zone here. So we're just dealing with the current leg of where price is about to go for the next week, so that's why we're not using the entire structure. Okay, now since from here to here, call it the main dealing range, then let's just look at, let's call this the supply area. Alright, and this is a very beautiful liquidity in using the supply area based on the, and there's also an FVG. Now we're not talking about inducement and the rest. You can send a direct message to me and I can explain that to you. It's an inducement, or rather actually just put this as $sign. I wrote that inducement based on cost of inducement. So now, where is the FVG started from? This is the start of the FVG. Okay, and this is the eye that stopped it exactly. So you can just do this. So FVG. Alright, now FVG is known as fair value gap for those that doesn't know. Okay, so this is that, and we are actually still very bearish on the DXY, meaning that we are bullish on Euro USD, bearish on USD CAD, and all of that. These are just correlational pairs. These just people that will call correlation. As I didn't analyze that, I just used this to project that. And so this has been the best card for us. So for the 4 hour structure, let's see if it aligns with what they are saying. You get. So the 4 hour is quite bearish as well. This inducement is the main high here. All this that's inducement high. This is so this zone is using this area here, and we can actually see, we should actually see a lovely reaction from this zone completely. Okay, and that is for DXY. Tell me what you think about this video, and I hope this video was helpful. Bye.